By the mid-90s, Bone Thugs and Harmony was ruling the charts with a multi-platinum album, while still mourning the loss of their mentor, Eazy-E. And they struggled to come to terms with their new boss at Ruthless Records, Eazy's widow, Tamika Woods Wright.
I think the relationship started off wrong because we was a bit biased to everything that was going on, you know, like we've been dealing with Eazy all this time. Now we got to deal with her.
I'm not Eric, and I could never be Eric. The formula and the chemistry that they had from the beginning, I could never fill his shoes or do the things that he did.
When he died, to start taking directions and orders from somebody else was totally against what we knew and what we wanted to do, period. We didn't care who it was.
We was already like rebellious dudes anyway, like, so, you know, we took that, we looked at that as an opportunity to rebel.
But by now, Bone Thugs' ongoing fascination with death and the afterlife, both in videos and on songs like Mr. Ouija, began to spawn rumors that the band was into devil worship.
We was into everything that was just like dark, deep, eerie. We played the Ouija board one time, and, you know, like, we was just young, like, doing some stuff, even like just being kids.
No, you know, that Parker Brothers game, you know, you pick up a game from Toys R Us, and, you know, you really can't say that we're a part of something that Toys R Us isn't a part of.
Back in the studio, Bone Thugs' Us Against the World attitude helped inspire a double album called The Art of War. And the first single from that album took aim at rappers who Bone Thugs felt were biting too much off their original style.
We put down 3 years ago. And that's just like a nigga wanna take all the credit. I bet it didn't even occur to me with it. Eventually, with your head don't crash. Like up at the end of me, and I don't wanna say nigga name and all that, but y'all finna get.
It was like really one of them bone test me, challenge me type songs. You feel what I'm saying? And kind of like subtly calling people out, but not saying no name type deal.
tired of hearing it. Like, leave our style alone. Like, quit biting it.
It's also a song of people really looking at what's going on with each other and in their lives. You know, you have pain, you have frustration, you have anger.
And it's like that. You don't want that. Come and get some pack.
But Busy Bone boycotted the video for the song. His anger fueled by resentment over the contract Bone Thugs had signed with Easy, and his increasingly hostile relationship with Tamika Woods Wright.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I felt as though that Bone Thugs and Harmony should have been cared for like New Kids on the Block. I felt as though, you know, our money should have been a little better distributed. I felt as though we should have been able to handle our own money.
Everything was under court supervision. So any and everything that was done, whether it was a penny that was being spent, had to be court approved.
I think I kind of gave her more of a chance than her. She don't know what she doing, and it was like a million people doing that already. Her husband died of full-blown AIDS. Give her a break for a minute, man.
I mean, this was an estate that stayed open for 9.5 years. So those were things that Bone didn't deal with.
10 years from now, where are we going to be? We really, really need to get a larger chunk of our percentage now. So that's kind of like where I was, and I couldn't get anyone to hear me. So I would kind of not be a part of certain songs that maybe I didn't think should have been singles. Not always right.
Despite the drama, Bone Thugs scored a second hit off their Art of War album with a more reflective song titled If I Could Teach the World.
So we should get ready for Armageddon, 'cause I know God should be ready to roll, do away with the wickedest, like Mr. Policeman. And don't confuse with the Republican fist in the end and pray for the politicians freely. Get an amen. The last days of the last day.
That's one of those songs I could see Michael Jackson like covering. I feel like Michael Jackson could have covered If I Could Teach the World.
It was definitely like well received with radio, you know what I'm saying? So it showed a different side of the Bone, you know, a lighter side to him, you know?
If I Could Teach the World became Bone Thugs' 7th straight top 10 rap single.
Every day the world goes right around. I see it's a small word after all, 'cause I can go meet and I grew with my fans. Smoke a little weed and have a little laugh.
That's a record that anybody and everybody could listen to.
But if I could teach the world to be a thug just like me.
It kind of took them to a whole nother level.
To repeat, please, if we can, no more murder. Amongst ourselves, if we can, no more murder.
We were put in a position to be thinkers as well as artists and be coherent of fan base, to let them know it's two sides to, you know, to your day. You know, it can be all good, can be all bad, or it can just be all thuggish.
But once again, Busy blew off the video shoot. And his erratic behavior was becoming cause for alarm among both friends and bandmates.
We would promise people all 5 members, but only 4 of us would show up, so they're looking at us like, okay, y'all ain't got y'all together. So we missed out on a lot of opportunities, like, because of that.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, those years passed me by because I was so drunk and I was so high. My grandparents were drinkers. You know, my mom was a weed smoker. You know, I grew up around it. So I think it was not only my environment or my upbringing, but in my bloodline.
Busy's behavior was putting Bone Thugs' career in peril. And another member was about to raise the stakes even higher.
Flesh was usually like a quiet dude, laid back, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, he acting like a psycho.